Hi, I'm Heather Lende, and this is my best friend Trixie, and I'm going to share a little preview from my new book, which is called Of Bears and Ballots, an Alaskan Adventure in Small Town Politics, and it's about my challenging, inspiring, sometimes heartbreaking 3-year term on the Haynesboro Assembly here in Haines, Alaska, where I live. And I was on the Assembly from 2016 through 2019. We might as well start at kind of the beginning. This is from chapter 2, and it's called Running for Office. My son Christian thought I was nuts. My 4 daughters didn't encourage me either. When I said I wanted my grandchildren to remember how I jumped into local government and that maybe I would be an example for one of them to do the same, that one of the little girls playing in my living room while I talked campaign strategy on the phone would grow up to be president. Sarah and Stoley, who both live in Haines with their families, raised their eyebrows. It's the same look they give me when I suggest they take up cycling and ride with Chip and me. Have I mentioned that my husband Chip crashed just a few years after I was run over by a truck? So we've both broken our pelvis? I nearly died. Chip's accident wasn't as bad, but it was just as scary initially, and like mine, involved an emergency medevac flight to Seattle. There is no hospital in Haines. Whenever I remind Christian to be safe, he laughs and says that we've been more seriously hurt riding bikes than he ever has in one of the most dangerous professions in the world, commercial fishing, and surfing among great white sharks. He's in Australia doing that right now. He really is. He's still there. When I asked my oldest daughter, Eliza, an elementary school teacher in Juneau, she's currently taking a break to be with her young children for a few years. That's the cuckoo clock, just a second. There you go. Anyway, she's currently taking a break to be with her little children right now, and she does the books for her husband's physical therapy practice. Anyway, Eliza said, when I asked Eliza if I should run, she said, no. So did JJ. I have 4 daughters. So did JJ, who added, but if you really want to, go for it. That's my girl. JJ became an elementary school principal at 26. JJ is full in with all she does. Chip had been on the Old City Council for 15 years and also served 1 term on the Borough Assembly after the 2 governments united and formed the current assembly. I bet he could have been elected forever. He chose to leave because he realized life was too short to spend it sitting in front of disagreeable people. No one comes to meetings because they are happy with the government, he told me. Instead, he became the treasurer for the all-volunteer Haines Arts Council. They bring in performers from around the country and even the world, such as the Body Vox dance troupe. They're from Portland, you should see them, and the Moscow Chamber Orchestra and the Hot Club of Cowtown, a country jazz band. The best part of being on the Arts Council is that if people don't like what we're doing, then they don't buy a ticket, he told me, and they never come just to complain from the front row. I didn't hear Chip's concerns, and I brushed off my kids' warnings about not running. I turned in my paperwork, a declaration of intent to run for office with 10 signatures on it, including Chip's, to the borough clerk as soon as the filing period opened at the end of July. I won't say I told you so if you are elected, and it's no fun at all, Chip said. Hardly a ringing endorsement. And if you want to know how that all turned out, you can find it in here. I can tell you that he never, ever has said, I told you so. And I can also tell you that there were times that he totally could have.